This is a very different book. This is a spiritual text, and it's about how we can get unstuck from the various situations in life that trap us. It's a tiny book, and it has 10 thematic sections, and each of the sections is elaborated upon by 10 verses. So each of the 10 verses in the sections explains, really fleshes out the philosophy of the book. At the risk of sounding ridiculous, I would like to say that every single page in this book is a consummation of a lifetime of experience, mine, my clients, and my teachers. And it is a lesson from my heart to your heart. And it is my wish that it would be a stone that I skip upon the waters. I do not believe, I've not found in the course of my life, that striving for the norm or normalcy does anything to better one's life or the life of one's children. The underlying theme is, how do we find a stance in life? The stance in life that will enable us not to become hardened, rigid, cold, detached, and removed, and not to become sad and broken and devastated and crushed, but rather the stance that will enable us to experience our uniqueness at every moment and turn to our uniqueness for the answers so that we can respond to the unique prerequisites of this immediate situation. So I see this as a traveling medicine chest without negative side effects. And I invite you now to come along with me. Where we are doesn't matter. If along the way you find a lovely spot, linger there, please, and take in what is useful to you. Let go what is not useful to you. I hope you will enjoy this as much as I wish, and I know you will benefit from it in some way that I cannot know. I want you to think about a time when perhaps you were in a state of mind when you were rushing. I'm sure that hasn't happened to anyone in here lately, right? But find, dig deep and find a time when you were rushing so much that you forgot your keys, you left the stove on very bad, or you had to run back to your house because you were in such a big hurry. This is a lesson from Chile. If you are in a big hurry, slow down. You will get there faster, and it will feel better. The wind is hard. You can't go against it. Old tree roots stretch out across the way. As the Chileans say, despacito por las piedras, watch out for the stones. If you are in a big hurry, slow down. This verse was written for people running across the Andes, and that's why they use despacito por las piedras, watch out for the stones. The last section I want to read from is called The Gift. And the gift, I say, is what we're given in life. It's not what we asked for and not necessarily what we want. Criticism is best received as a gift. And I'll tell you why. If you receive criticism as a gift, it will not harm you. Don't pick up a bomb. Okay? This is called The Giver and the Gift. And it's on how to receive criticism. Fail-proof, you will never be defensive again. When you are offered a criticism, leave that gift on the table, admire it from all angles before you decide whether to pick it up. A gift may tell you more about the giver than about yourself. When my son was 4, he gave me for my birthday a shiny, bright red truck. Often people give what they love best or what they want or need. If there is love, it is in the act itself. You can appreciate the act and decline the gift. You are designed to deal with your own life and your own feelings and your own disappointments, and you will heal again. What we're not designed to deal with is a lot of the environmental pollution and the social structures that are so cruel. We're not really designed for that. I say in a section called Love and Healing that to heal is to dream of what is not yet. And in Hebrew, the root word for heal and dream is the same. So to heal is to dream of what is not yet. And then we work to make it happen. And it will take all of us as one breath, one love, one heart, and one mind to heal this planet. And I hope we still harbor that dream and don't let the politics of the day, whatever they are, stand in the way of our keeping that very human dream. We have the right to express that dream fully on our time on planet Earth, even if we don't see it manifested around us in anything. The last one I want to read from that section, and then I just will read one more with you in closing, is called A Lasting Treasure. And I want to ask you to think, what do you think of in yourself? What do you think of a lasting treasure in your life? And you might think of the dishes that were passed down to you from your great-great-great-grandmother. Or you might think of the baseball you caught as a kid. I don't know what you think of as a lasting treasure for you. I realized when I asked myself this question at the plummeting the full depth of what I felt, that this was what was my greatest lasting treasure. My cousin, one of the first victims of AIDS, called me from another country to say to me, my cousin, one of the first victims of AIDS, called me from another country to say to me, I was in the marketplace today when I felt on my cheek a drop of rain. It was so cool that I have to tell you, my cousin, one of the first victims of AIDS, called me from another country to say to me, I was in the marketplace today when I felt on my cheek a drop of rain. It was so cool that I have to tell you. That drop touches my face now. Well, the time has sped by, and I'm trying to be true to my promise to be only 30 minutes. And you may notice on the cover of the book what looks like an upside-down tree, right? Do we see upside-down trees? Yes, but guess what? It is not really an upside-down tree. No. It is something else. And it is an anatomically correct depiction of the coronary arteries. It is the heart. It is your heart, my heart, the heart. And there's a verse in the book that I wrote around the time that one of my teachers, one of my many, many incredible teachers, was dying. And I embroidered a gift for him. And the verse has a little twist to it at the end, and it's called A Lesson from the Heart, and I want to close with that and then have questions and answers. I embroidered for my teacher a gift that he received weeks before he died. It appears to be an ordinary apple tree, like one he described from his childhood, but it is a representation of the coronary arteries. Your heart is an upside-down tree, drawing nourishment from the earth and rooted in the divine. Even your broken heart can be a port of entry for one who grieves. So the verse is really about when you are brokenhearted and when you have lost someone you love, or you have lost something very precious to you that you cannot replace, and you feel like, I can't leave the house, I can't go out, I have nothing to give, I'm too broken, I'm too grief-struck. And I say, oh no. I embroidered for my teacher a gift that he received weeks before he died. It appears to be an ordinary apple tree, like one he described from his own childhood, but it is a representation of the coronary arteries. Your heart is an upside-down tree, drawing nourishment from the earth, but rooted in the divine. Even your broken heart can be a point of entry for one who grieves. Thank you.